I had my red Chinese scooters for about 3 years now, and I love it. Dual drive, 5,000 watt total, soft suspension, no hill is too steep for it to climb. I gave it some loving care, new batteries and new brakes, but being silly as I am, one day I said, why don't I ride it along the waves? I had a lot of fun. I discovered that if you ride right at the edge of the water, you would not sink. However, the scooter got wet. It continued to work fine for the next 10 days, but one morning I find the back wheel totally seized. First I thought were the bearings, so I put WD-40, let it soak for a couple of days. The wheel would not give in. Finally I had to remove it. I decided to cut the electric connections. I removed the brake disc, and in its place I put an especially made flange for my extractor tool. Pulling out the cover was not hard. Then I found the rotor and the stator welded to each other by rust. I never seen such a thing in my life. Dislocating them was no easy task. We had to hammer it, and sadly we even dropped the rotor on the floor. Yay! Luckily the armature was not very deformed. I think I can still use it. Cleaning the rust well is not easy, but I'm lucky to have a lathe. Rust remover is very effective, and if you let it soak overnight, it's even better. The aluminum covers also needed cleaning. The bearings were not bad. I decided to keep them but re-grease them. Putting back the rotor in the stator was not difficult. I used American-made Loctite for every screw. The corrosion or the drop could have interrupted one of the 3 circuits. The rotor turns nicely around the hub, but we're not gonna know till we wire it up. So I got myself a little helper. The wires are very short and it's not easy to mend them. There are 3 thick wires for the power and 5 wires for the quadrature encoder.
You have to bring yours closer as much as I can pull it. Tug test.
To get the maximum slack, we use the zip tie. Nice. For the power connection, I recommend you use a minimum 80 watt iron and flux. The moment of truth has arrived. Power and yay! The mystery of Chinese engineering. These screws are too close to the wire and they're in danger of cutting the wire, and as a matter of fact they were cutting the wire before, so we're gonna try something better.
Why don't we just put a flatter screw? So we found a round top flathead screw and it fits perfectly and does not obstruct the wiring.
Much nicer. Since I wasn't sure that the repair would be successful, for about $200 I also bought a spare wheel. This might work, this might not. There's nothing safer than repairing the original part, which we did, and now I have a spare one. If it dies again, I'll put this one. Before I let you go, I should also tell you about another weakness in this product. The folding hinge was coming loose. I hired a machine shop and they made me brackets out of stainless steel. The scooter seems a lot sturdier. Happy days are here again and I can hardly wait to head for the mountains.